So hi and hello. Welcome to our channel named Algo Exploration. My name is Sami and from today onwards we are going to start the questions on DSM. So this will be the first question on the arrays. And the question is that we have to reverse an array. Now this is the array. Now let's see what after reversing. So 78 will come first because it is the last. Then 12, 45, 89, 23, 67 and then 14. So this will be the resultant array, right? Now you always have to start with the brute force approach. Okay. Now approach one, that will be the brute force. Now in this approach, what we can do, we can create another array, array B, and then starting from the last position, we can populate in the first position. Starting from the last position, we can populate. So this is what I am trying to say. Let me give the indices 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So if we start from the last position, at last 78 is present. So put it at first. Then 12, 45, 89, 23, 67, and 40. So the pseudocode would look like this. So we have to create a new array. So create new array. Now after that, using the for loop in which I will be running from 0 to n. Okay. Now here we have to figure one thing. So we have to put the last element in a of 0, b of 0, right? So we have to figure it out that what will be present here. Now let's see one thing. Now in b of 0, in b of 0, a of 6 should be present. At 1, element present at 5 should be present. At 2, 4, 3, 3, 4, 2, 5, 1, and 6, 0. So this is sorted. We know that the for loop is running from 0 to n. So yeah, now we can see that when 0, we have to figure it out what how the 6 should come. That will be the last index, right? So if I say that n minus 1 minus I, that is if the value of I is 0, here the length of the array is 7. So 7 minus 1 minus 0, that will be 6. When the value of I is 1, 7 minus 1 minus 1, that will be 5. 22, 7 minus 1 minus 2, that will be 4, and so on. So here n minus I minus 1 should come. Okay, and that's it. So this will be the pseudocode. Now let's see what will be the time complexity and space complexity. Time complexity, we can see that the for loop is running for n time, so it will be order of n. And the space complexity, since we are uh, building the since we are building the result with the help of another array, so due to this, the space complexity will be order of n. Now this is actually the brute force. Now we have to come with another approach such that the space complexity should be order of 1. That means we can't take any external help, external space help. Okay, so let's figure it out. Now let's see first what will be the result. As usual, since we are reversing it, it will be 78 first, then 12, 45, 89, 23, 67, and then 40. Now if we observe one thing, the starting value is 40, ending value is 40, right? The last value is 78. Here the first value is 78. So we can see that this value is getting swapped, right? Similarly, if you focus on this 67 and 12, right? 67 is the second last element, and 12, which was the second last element, is now the second element. Similarly, 23 and 45. 23 is coming here and 45 is coming here. So we can see that this and these elements are getting swapped. Then this and this and this. Okay. So here we have to take the help of two indices, I, which will be pointing at the first index, and j, which will be pointing at the last indices. Okay. So I will be 0 and j will be n minus 1. Here the n is nothing but the length. Using the while loop, let's figure it out what will come in the condition of while loop. But before that, we have to swap it. So swap a of I and a of j. Okay. And after that, what we have to do? See, after swapping these two elements, I will come here and j will come here, right? So I is getting incremented and j is getting decremented, right? So I plus plus and j minus minus, right? Now let's see what will be the condition in the while. Let's dry run this code for once so that we can figure it out what is the condition. Now after the first swap, 67, 68 will 78 will come here and 14 will come here. Then I and j, right? So 12 and then 67, I will come here, j will come here. Then 45 and 23, then I is coming here and j is also coming here, right? So now if j go beyond I, okay, or else I go beyond j, then again 23 will come here and 45 will come here, which we do not want it. Okay, so there should be some boundary condition that I and j needs to stop. So we can see that I should not cross j. That's it. So I should be less than j. So this is the condition. Now, if we see the time complexity of this algorithm, the time complexity is order of n, linear time, and we didn't take any space, external space. So space complexity will be order of 1. Okay. So this is the optimized approach for reversing an array. Now let's see with the help of the code. Don't worry, I'll be putting this link in the description box so that you can practice. Okay. Now, so here we have to reverse an array, right? So we can see that the return type is void. So they are indirectly saying that you have to reverse it in place. Okay. So you don't have to take any external space. Now, first of all, we have to initialize the I, which will be 0, and j will be array length, right? Now, using the help of the value in which the condition is I should be lesser than j. Now, you have to swap it. So you can swap it by taking the help of the temporary variable here only, but I like to have function. Now I plus plus and j minus minus, right? So let's create now swap function. So public void swap, in which the first parameter will be array a, then int I, and then int j. I think I made a mistake here, so it will be array. Now let's take temporary array in which we will pass a of I. Okay, a of I, not a of j. Now inside this a of I, we will be putting a of j, and inside this a of j, we will be putting temporary value. Now that's it. So let's try to compile and run. Okay, so it is giving me the error. I missed a semicolon here. I think that's it. Let's try to compile it again. And it is passing this test case. Let's submit it. And yes, it is passing all the test cases. So this is the optimized code in Java. Okay, thank you.